Alright, today in math we are going to learn about the concept of adding and subtracting fractions that have a common denominator. So what I want to know is, what do we know about a common denominator? Here is the rule of a common denominator when adding and subtracting. So if the denominator is the same, do not add or subtract it. You are just to keep it the same. So we look and we have to remember back on our numerator, which is the top numbers. So it would be the 3 and the 6 would be our numerator, and the denominators are on the bottom, so that would be our 8 and our 4. Therefore, we see in this fraction, judging by the rule, again, if the denominator is the same, do not add or subtract it, just keep it the same. So we look at this fraction and see that these are two denominators and they are not the same. So therefore we would not apply that rule of keeping those the same. We would have to add or subtract those. So with the worksheet that I am going to give you, we are going to go ahead and solve these problems that are on your desk together and that are on the board. So if you'll take a look up here and again take any notes, write down this rule that we have above so that we understand that concept of this common denominator. So let's look at that first fraction. This is going to be 7/6 plus 2/6. We see that we can apply this rule because both of our denominators are the same. They are both 6. So we are just going to do some simple addition and add straight across to this. And go ahead and add these together. Let's not simplify. Let's just get the concept down of the common denominator today. So we have 9/6. We go down here. We now have 3/12 plus 5/12. Again, 12 and 12, we're good to go. Those are the same. So we're going to add that straight across. And we're going to come down to a couple more addition ones. We see 8/10 and 1/10. That 8 and our 1 are our numerators. Let's keep that in mind. And that 10 is our denominator. So we're going to add that straight across, and that's going to become 9/10. And we're going to come down here. We have 9/12 plus 2/12. Again, simple adding. Let's put those together. Nothing happens with that denominator, so it gives you a little bit of a break to just add those numerators together. Now we see right here that it has now been subtraction, So now we're going to look at 14/17 minus 5/15, and we see that these two, this one I put in there to trick you, we have 17 and 15. Therefore, we see that that is not the same number. Therefore, we cannot apply the common denominator rule to this fraction. So we're going ahead and you can leave this blank, or we can put no common denominator. Okay, and we go down to the next one. Again, nothing with this big 28 because they're the same, so we're just going to subtract. Make sure you're looking at that, and it's a straight cross. And last one, 9 minus 7, we're going to put 2/10. Alright, so now we see a pretty simple rule how we're going to apply this. Now that you guys have done this and done the worksheet with me, we are going to take this concept and we are going to go ahead and log into your guys' iPads with your login, and we are going to let's go in and go to brainpop.com. And when you get into brainpop.com, go ahead and click on the math icon for me. And once you do that, you're going to see an adding and subtracting fraction link. And I want you to click this one right here in the middle. And I'm going to give you guys about 10 minutes, and I want you to come down to the activity section. I want you to do one of the fraction activities to apply the concept that we just did. So you're going to have about 10 minutes, and once you get done with that activity, if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, you can go ahead and slide up and go to the Game Up link, and that you can go ahead and play a game with those fractions using adding and subtraction. So let's do about 10 minutes of that. And now I'm going to ask if anyone has any questions about the rule that we just applied. And if not, we're going to go ahead and get started on our pop quiz that we're going to have today. So in order to do that, I want you to stay on your guys' iPads. We're going to exit out of the BrainPop, and we are going to go into the QA, and I'm going to click on that, log into that. QEd.com, please, and we're going to click on Miss Malloy's class, and when you see that, you are going to see the quiz link provided below, and it's going to be called Adding and Subtracting Fractions. And we're going to go ahead and click on that link, fill in your first and last name, and once you do so, you are able to start. You are going to get 1 point for each question. There's a total of 10 questions on here, and you are going to have 10 minutes to complete it. So once we get that all finished up, we will be done with the selection. You go ahead and submit it to me, and go ahead and log out of your iPods and the links that I have provided, the BrainPop and the QA. So go ahead and get started.